Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna erase the general form right here, but this set of equations here has everything that you need to know.
Oh shit. Wait.
Oh, that's
Okay.
called on camera too.
Hi, Mom.
Ridiculous.
Okay, look at the study guide. Every single one of these has an example that you're going to be able to look at in the study guide. But I'm doing live solutions right here. Describe the parent function, the amplitude, the period, and the shifts of A and B here. So, going back to the formulas, we're doing one by one. Parent function. I'll do for 1A. Parent function is negative cosine.
Oh. Take my eggs.
Is the parent. You need to make sure you're including whether it's negative or positive. Then the amplitude is whatever number multiplies the cosine or sine, so the amplitude is 4. Period is 2 pi divided by the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x here is 2 pi, so it's 2 pi divided by 2 pi, which is what? 1. The period is 1. What's next? The shifts. So you'll have to describe the shifts left or right. I will usually I look at this, since this determines the left or right shift because it's your phi. Phi is 6, and you divide it by k. The formula is phi over k. If it's positive, it's a shift to the left. If it's negative, it's a shift to the right. So shift left is, again, the formula in general is phi divided by k, so it's 2 pi divided by 6. Or sorry, is it right? Sorry, 6 divided by 2 pi. 6 divided by 2 pi. When you simplify the fractions, just divide the top and bottom by anything they have a common factor with. In this case, 2. 6 divided by 2 pi is 3 divided by pi. And that should be your shift, 3 divided by pi. So let me take a moment and just make sure I get that right. I had it as pi divided by 3. 6 divided by, because it is phi divided by k. Phi is 6. K is 2 pi, so yeah, it actually is 3 over pi, not pi over 3, which I actually had originally. Okay, so the shift right, well, there won't be a shift right, I mean, because it's going left. The shift up or down will be the number that is being added or subtracted, so that's negative 11.5, so it'll shift down by 11.5. That's 1A. 1B. I'm going to do this one a little bit quicker, but it's the same exact process. Parent is negative sine. Parent is negative sine. The amplitude, since there's no coefficient here, is 1. The period is 2 pi divided by whatever the coefficient of x is. Note the coefficient of x here is right there, that's k. So the period is 2 pi divided by 32, which simplifies down to pi over 16. And the shifts are phi over k. So the shift, since it's negative, that means it's going to go to the right. So it's going to go right by phi over k, which is 5 over 32. So it's going to go shift right by 5 over 32. And shift up by 1. That's 1A and 1B questions. Okay. Number 2, create a function formula for a cosine curve with period 1, amplitude 6, blah, 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 blah. Let's just write some equations and solve them. We know that the period has to be 1. So if the period is 1, We also know the period is supposed to be 2 pi over k. Solve the equation for k. I can multiply both sides of this by k. And k is equal to 2 pi. There we then have, so we have our k value. I'll also need to solve for, I would solve for the amplitude, but that's super easy. It's just 6. Amplitude is 6. So A is 6. Phi will represent the shift left or right. It's going pi units to the left. Left meaning it's going to be positive. So phi over k, that's the shift to the left. And it's supposed to equal pi. But notice that the k we already determined has to be 2 pi. We did that up here. So phi divided by 2 pi is equal to pi. Multiply both sides by 2 pi. And that means that phi has to be 2 pi squared, which is kind of weird. But we can use it. And 4 down, that's super easy. You're just going to subtract 4. So how do you get your final answer from this? The parent function is cosine, so it's a cosine curve. So you'll do f of x equals, you'll use cosine, but you need an amplitude of 6. So 6 cosine of, and then we'll do, k is 2 pi, so 2 pi x plus, because we're doing a shift to the left, and when we use phi is 2 pi squared. And then we shift it 4 down by subtracting 4. And there's our answer. We're just reverse engineering this. Questions? We got 3 minutes. Oh, just enough time to finish graphing this and have some questions. Can I erase this part?
Yeah.
Okay. Graph 2 periods of this. When you graph it, I want you to clearly label the x-axis so you can tell where the different parts of the function are, including the maximums and the minimums. So what I'll do is I want to graph 1 on the positive side, 1 on the negative side. That'll give me 2 periods. This graph is parent function negative sine. So you see the negative sine is going to look like the regular sine curve. Regular sine looks like this, but it's going to be upside down. So it's going to look like this. And then continue that on the opposite side. That shouldn't go higher up than the other one. There we go. That's a little better. And its amplitude is it's going to go between 3 and -3. And then all we need to do is look at its period. Notice there are no shifts in here. That's why I can just immediately draw this right away. There's no shift left or right in here. There's no shift up or down, so I know it's just going to go straight through the origin right there. Then the period is 2 pi over pi, because pi is your k formula right there. And so the period is 2, meaning every 2 it's going to go through one of these full cycles. This starts at 0, it's all the way to 2 right there. If that was 2 pi, then you would just put a pi in front of everything we're about to do, for example. Then here you've got 1, -1, -2, and then where the peak's at, 0.5, 1.5, -0.5, and -1.5. And that's your graph. All done. Questions?
No.